What is up, Ghost?
Hi.
This is like the rubber match, but people never get to understand why it's the rubber match. Because Ghost won't let me show the first two games.
I'm still so amused by your my player. He is just the biggest clown.
Delmar Owens, dude. Don't mess with Delmar Owens.
All right, we have a matchup of the most overrated team in the NBA versus the most overachieving team in the NBA this season.
Well, let's clarify this because people are gonna think that I just pick like the overpowered Lakers on purpose. Like I didn't pick the Lakers because like we've played a couple games. And nice.
You really shouldn't have Dwight Howard or Pau Gasol right now if we wanted to be fair, but
why?
I'll let you go because they're both injured.
What?
They're both out right now.
Are they?
Yeah. So not only have the Lakers lost 5 in a row, they're playing completely shorthanded.
Well, I honestly think Poe is gonna get the hammer, you know, especially like with the Timberwolves right now. Apparently, I didn't know this. Did you know that? You know, like oh crap.
Did I know what?
In like mostly, I think it's like baseball or is it football? They have the luxury tax, like one of the ones where if the salary cap is too high, you get penalized.
I know about luxury tax.
Okay,
yeah.
Well in basketball, if your salary cap isn't too high, you get taxed. If it's not high enough.
Okay.
So apparently, Brandon Roy's got significant value, even though he hasn't played at all. He's injured. He's doing alternative therapy because he's got a $5 million contract. Teams want that
to help boost them over the minimum.
That doesn't make any sense to me, but yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. We've got some serious basketball talk going on here.
As the score is 1-0.
1-0. We know what we're talking about. The lag seems to be. It's like just. I'm impressed that it's not significant, but I also hate that it's like noticeably there like half a second. I don't play online very often, so it's kind of tricky.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
it's right. That's what I said. It's not that bad, but it's just like such a split second. Yeah, knock him over.
That Darius Morris. Get out of here. We don't want you.
Who is D Morris?
Darius Morris.
Yeah.
You got your Jody Cheeks in there.
You're one of these guys that likes to sub even for these short games.
I do, and you like to. The first game we were playing, like you had your guy in the whole game, and I was just like, "Oh my
that's how I roll. I roll my starters, and we take care of business, don't we, Tubby?"
Well, no, you lost by 16.
Yeah, there was some.
And I lost by 20.
Some complicated circumstances that game.
There was complicated circumstances the first game when I wasn't trying. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? All right, I'm going to bring up my good old NBA 2K argument, which is why do they never invest any more money on the fans, on the coaches? Why do they look like complete crap while the players look so good?
Well, but by the time people see the first two videos, they'll already heard that argument. But just in case, let's say this. Like, it's an argument that, especially in WWE, because that's what I do, everybody complains that the audience looks like crap. The problem is the audience doesn't do anything to boost, you know, the importance of the game. I mean, it looks better, but it doesn't do anything for gameplay mechanics. Like, if you honestly had to choose, like, say a bunch of rookies came in, would you rather have their shot selection or Tim over there on the bench looking better? Like, which would you prefer?
But they have to make one set of fans, right? One set of fans, and yeah, they can like palette swap their T-shirts to make sure that they are supporting the appropriate team. But really, would it take that much time for one little designer to go in there and fix an arena up? Like, it would add so much. You even look at the players on the bench, and then you have the fans next to them, or the guys on the bench. They look ridiculous. Look at the guy in the yellow next to like Mike Brown right now. I'm sorry, not Mike Brown, Mike Woodson. Look at the guy on the bench.
In all games, it's like that, though. I mean,
the guy in the yellow shirt, he's made of triangles. He's Charlie Brown on drugs.
EA is even worse, and I think it was in this game that I was playing, and if it was with you or playing some online matches, the dude had a hand like you would see back in GTA 3.
Yeah,
it was that bad.
Okay, Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe.
Hey, that was a dog bark. She did not like that dunk.
So I found a good trolling series I do in NBA.
What?
Drawing charges on the other side of the court. Like, I was doing this online, and people were like, "Tubby, are you kidding me? That's so stupid." Like, I'd come here, I'd stop.
Why is that stupid?
Because it's hilarious. Like, you don't expect it, and then all of a sudden the dude just stops, and then did you just nail the three?
I nailed the three. What do you think about? Do you think that basketball games should be lower scoring? Do you think that they should like intentionally try to limit the score? Or do you like the fact that they're just ridiculous? I mean, it's gotten better. I remember playing like NBA 2K3 or 2K4, and I was Charlie Bell on the Milwaukee Bucks, and I could score 100 points with him in 3-minute quarter games. It was just ridiculous. You could make 3 after 3 after 3.
I remember doing that. I remember doing that a lot on the PS1. Like I used to. That's back when you were a cool kid if you had a monitor, like that could travel. Like a traveling monitor. That was the coolest thing back in the day.
What do you mean a traveling monitor?
The one you could you screwed into the back of the PS1.
Oh yeah,
and you could bring in a car. And I would use it at my grandma's house, and I would sit there playing basketball. And I remember doing that, just hitting all those crazy shots.
I mean, they've gotten better with it, but do you think that it would be a better game if it was a little more realistic? Or no?
I think it is very realistic. I think
17-12 in the first 3 minutes.
What?
4 minutes? It's 17-12 after after 4 minutes.
Well, if you're talking like realistic, like I think it was when
talking scoreboard.
Minnesota played OKC yesterday. It was 16-16 at the first half.
Good thing. Thanks for giving me the ball.
I thought you had the ball. It was 16-16. The day before, the Timberwolves had the Timberwolves against I can't even remember who they played. It was like 32-16. Like the score isn't high at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it is so high. It's been 4 minutes and we're at 17 points.
That's nothing.
4 minutes in a real NBA game would nowhere near get anything close to this.
They have 4-minute runs that get like 15-2 and.
Oh my God, no! Like
that's because we're not setting plays because you never set plays. You don't see any value in setting plays.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Like right here, Antoine Jameson. Oh, whoop.
Ask anyone in the audience what NBA game did they score a combined 33 points in 5 minutes?
I remember doing that on EA games, not 2K games, because I don't remember.
I'm talking about real life.
Oh well.
That doesn't happen.
Weren't you the same one that said that I was the one that was trying to do the realistic argument about playing real and playing longer quarters so you could have realistic score, and you're the one that thought that was stupid?
Yeah, because it will just become crazy. We'll score 200 points if we play 12-minute quarters.
No, we wouldn't. I played numerous 7-minute games that just had regular scores.
We played 5 minutes and we end up with 80 points.
No.
Yes.
No.
Tubbyemu does not do math.
No, the last game, the one that we had.
Stop pump faking like a baby.
I wasn't pump faking at all.
I think the Lakers are doing steroids or something.
You're only down 5.
Feels like 100.
Okay, here we go. Carmelo Anthony.
They never make those, ever. Impossible.
You know what's hilarious to do, and this is a suggestion? Turn down the game speed all the way, crank up alley-oops and stuff, and just play. Absolutely phenomenal.
Do you mess with sliders? I used to do that for a while. I was like in this real stretch of like trying to make the games as good as possible, and I'd go on like sports forums and find out, okay, what are the best sliders for NBA 2K8 or whichever years it was, and mess with them until it became like the most realistic, perfected thing possible.
I don't necessarily want realistic. Like I remember when I was talking to you, I think that's what we were talking about in the first video, was like if Kevin Love's injured, I don't like playing with Kevin Love even if the roster hasn't updated yet. Like that just drives me crazy. Like I'll substitute him out, and you thought that was really stupid.
Have you ever played with sliders though?
Not too much. Like when I play with sliders, it's usually just to mess up and have fun.
Yeah.
Like when you're able to throw a full court shot from like right here and make or miss it. No, not make it. Usually it just actually hit like rims out. That way you can do fun stuff.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard's horrible.
Dwight Howard is a genius. That's sucking. I don't like him. I've never liked him. I think he's one of the worst NBA superstars.
Nice finish.
Nice finish. The Knicks take the lead. I don't like the Knicks at all in real life, but I like them a lot in this game because they have the perfect combination of a good scorer, a good post player, and a nice point guard. And they make the ideal video game basketball team.
There's other teams that do too. You have Portland. You have Portland and Denver.
Yeah,
okay, I gotta stop talking because like whenever I start talking,
Dwight Howard, pull that 3. Let's go.
Yeah, Dwight Howard can hit a 3 if his life depended on it. Because he's the center.
Why are you the Lakers?
don't know. Like I normally I feel bad about picking like a stacked team when I play online against people.
I used to feel like that. I have one friend who is like probably the only person besides you and my brother that I ever play in this game, and he picks the Heat every time. I'm just like, really? Like, really? You're just going to fly down the court with LeBron every time? And it's just, I don't know. I'm fine picking any team except the #1 team. I don't like that. Get out of here.
Who's the #1 team?
The Heat.
No. I didn't know if they were like actually.
Algasol has like I don't know if it's your jerseys or a glitch or what, but for a while he had no definition on his jersey. He was just a sheet of plastic.
The game happens. It happens a lot. Oh jeez.
Do you think they'll ever bring back NBA Live? Do you think that's happening at all, or do you think it's just a complete?
Oh, it's happening. What? See, I made the mistake of I used to prefer the NBA Live games.
Really?
And even though like I went back and tried to do comparisons and realized, oh yeah, NBA Live was super arcadey, you know, and 2K was a lot better. But I liked the passing because they did face buttons at the time, and 2K was still doing like the stick and everything, and that drove me crazy. So that's why I preferred Live. And
in the meantime, while I get you talking, I'm absolutely destroying you.
That's blocked.
Ah, here I come, here I come.
Well, I don't have a team in.
I don't know why you're making substitutions.
I'm not making substitutions at all. It's substituted in everybody's team.
Oh, come on. Go into coach settings and change that. First rule of basketball. No automatic subs. And no threes with Ron Artest, please.
Why?
I think he's another one of the most overrated players. Just going to throw that out there.
Oh my god! I still miss his like his tirades in Indianapolis, not in Indiana.
Did you how close to like or how involved with basketball were you when they had the brawl at the Palace?
Like when he ran up in the stands?
Yeah, when they had the whole.
Yeah,
I lived
I
in
remember
Detroit.
that.
I went to games that year. That was the year that. Oh god.
That's what I'm talking about. You don't expect it. You're just like, oh god.
I was so into basketball at that time, and so like I was watching it. Like we stayed up and watched it on the news all night long, all the interviews, all the discussion, all the ESPN stuff. It was a watershed moment for my life.
I thought I remember it. Oh, Dwight finally finishes down.
It just struck a bigger chord with me because I lived in Detroit. I'd been to the Palace a lot, and so it felt like that's where I go.
Was it in Detroit? I thought it was at the Fieldhouse.
Oh, it was at the Palace.
Oh.
Palace of Auburn Hills with all those reckless Detroiters.
Yeah, I never.
Ah!
Oh, get stuffed.
Get out of here. Amari is so much better than. He makes the Knicks so much better. For a while, Amari wasn't even in the game because he was in the game. I mean, but he was injured. I actually like that. I like when guys are injured and they, sub them out for you. I think it adds a little bit of fun realism to it.
Oh jeez.
What happened, Tubby? Where's the lead?
What, you're cheating?
Yeah, Steve D'Antoni's just like, what are you doing? Lakers have some serious problems. Since I was in LA for like 2.5 months, all you heard was, lamenting the Lakers, how much they suck, how they're ever going to fix it, how they ruined the team.
One thing that, gets stuffed on our test that I never really understood. Like, I totally didn't know that the Clippers played in the Staples Center, and that's probably the stupidest thing, and everybody's probably gonna think I'm an idiot. But like, I didn't think like you could have two teams in the same building.
What did you think the Jets and the Giants did?
What?
What did you think the Jets and the Giants do?
What?
New York Jets, New York Giants.
They don't play in the same place.
Are you kidding me?
They play the same place.
Well, the teams in the same city play in the same place. Yes.
I honestly didn't know that.
In the same weekend.
I didn't know that. Well, that's like when I saw how the Lakers and Clippers were playing, like how fast they turn around the stadium in like 3 hours.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, for basketball, it's easy. All you got to really do is change like the
floorboards.
Floorboards.
But then like the stadium,
Yeah. Well, yeah, all the like
the decals,
Amari for 3.
Oh, geez. At half, 50-35.
About 50 points this half. That's one of my best halves ever.
Especially in a 5-minute game.
Ever. It is pretty impressive. See? High-scoring nonsense.
Hey, from Australia right now, I just got an email. I have an investment offer for you.
Oh, really? For me?
From Dr. Jerry.
Yeah, let's hear it.
That's all it says. It's one of those spam emails that want you to reply.
Aw, I don't get very many of those. Luckily, no one has. Not even gonna talk about it.
Nobody wants to email your spam.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here.
All right, down 17. This has got to change, and I don't think this counts.
I think it counts so much.
Well, then the first two still count then too.
Yeah, the first one counts. The second one, Ghost Spot was all in my face, turning on music, bouncing this stupid.
Oh!
Yeah.
Come on!
Get
out of here!
God dang. Nope.
Oh my gosh, this game, I tell you.
Get in there, JR. Ah.
In the first minute of a new quarter, you can't, it won't make them any. It's like weird.
Because there's always like that third quarter comeback, and I don't know if you'll have it here, but like me and my brother, when we play like back-to-back games over and over, it'd always be that the team that's down in the third quarter got to make a huge run, and
that happens all the time.
It's just so weird. I don't know if they genuinely do change like the percentages for a team that's down or what. Are you double teaming?
No, I wasn't double teaming.
Yes, you were. Get in there.
That was all ball.
Terrible shot.
That was ball to the max.
That was a terrible shot. Tyson Chandler going to the line. Do you like to? Oh Jesus. Do you like to Do you like to
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
It was like make the free throws based on percentages or make them like your own free throws.
I never mess with the free throws. That's one thing I don't mess with.
For a while I made them like based on percentages instead of you doing them, you know what I mean?
Well, I just some of these guys like how bad their free throw ability is.
You know?
Like not the ability, but just like their form makes it so impossible to shoot.
Predict when they're gonna. Well, if you're not familiar, like you expect them just to have a normal release, and then they get all crazy, and you're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, it's like Sean Marion. I think he's got a weird release. I was just playing a team earlier. I can't remember who it was.
Can Jason Kidd make a shot? Jeez.
No. Man. Can I rebound?
No. But J.R. Smith can put that baby in.
Okay, this is like literally the worst game
I think you're one of those guys that can't talk when you're playing NBA. I get like that sometimes.
Nope. It's the same thing with Smalls when we play soccer or FIFA. If I start talking, I start doing bad. So you got to tell some stories. So I told the basketball story in the first video. You have to tell a basketball story yourself.
I'm trying to think of a good basketball story. When I was in middle school, my team was okay. So I was like the star player, right, of my middle school, and I was a complete ball hog, and later in life now I've heard from my parents that they had to put up with all the other parents hating on them in the stands and hating on me, and you know they didn't tell me at the time because they didn't want my feelings to get hurt or me to get upset, but now I know that everybody was like, he should pass the ball, what a snotty kid, blah blah blah. But I was leaps and bounds
get out of here
as we continue to put down the threes. But in my 6th grade year, we only won one game, and when we won that game, it was like winning the NBA championship. All the parents like took us out for ice cream and pizza, which back in that day, if you can imagine this, I actually had some. I actually ate crappy food back then. But we won one game, and that's a really shitty basketball story, but I'm sorry.
Oh, what?
I'm trying to focus. I'm still trying to win this game.
No. What did you say?
It's a really sucky basketball story.
Oh, okay. But you won't. So that this video can't go up now.
Yeah, it can't. It can go up.
Nope.
Slip of the tongue.
Darius Morris.
You're making me record videos after 11 p.m. It's, you know, God dang, we are good. Man.
It's not you at all.
Sorry you have to play against me. I should have been a college basketball player. You know this. I shouldn't even be doing YouTube right now.
So if you were a star player when you were younger, what did you do? I only averaged like 4 to 6 points because I was down low.
I averaged a solid, 15 to 20 in middle school, and all through, like, I played in, like, leagues, like, more intense leagues outside of my school league. I led the league in free throw percentage, 3-pointers made, and in points. I averaged, like, 16, 17 points a game all 3 years in middle school. Then I got to high school, and I had private trainers, and they were all telling me, you're going to have to work out, Zach, otherwise you're not gonna do well. And I was like, no, I'm fine. My skill will carry me. And if you can believe this, back then I was, like, 5'2". And I grew 10 inches my freshman year, but that didn't help my workout problem because now I was just even skinnier. And the coach at my high school, I moved to California, went to a huge high school, 4,000 kids. And he was previously a scout for the San Antonio Spurs, and he was all about size. He didn't care about skill. He didn't care about how good you could dribble, how good you could shoot. All he wanted was stupid size. And so he cut me my freshman year, and I was so pissed off. But I was a stupid child and didn't end up working out.
Get out of here.
It goofed up my whole high school career, and I'm unlucky because I basically had the body of like a 12-year-old all through high school, and then finally after I graduated, I felt like I was, like 16, 17, ready to be like a sophomore in high school. And just now, it's not until now, like I feel like I should really be like a senior in high school, like, physically. My dad developed late, I developed late, and just unlucky timing.
Great story. I was more referring to like an NBA type thing, like your experience at a game or something, but that's cool.
One time when I lived in Detroit, well, first of all, I was there when they won the championship. Not with the game they won the championship, but like I went to the parade and all the stupid stuff they had at the Palace. But my favorite NBA memory is I went to a game with my friend, and we were like kind of friends, but not the greatest of friends, so I didn't really know his family very well. And his dad was a complete hick, like a complete...
Get out of here! That's a charge. He was set.
Complete like crazy guy. And he brought his friend named Bubba, and Bubba was just this huge guy. And he was drinking...
Just correlating this to me? Is that what this is?
No, he was drinking beer the whole night, and he was so big that he was spilling it and he didn't even realize it on himself and on me without realizing it. And I was only like 11 years old, and back then I was like, oh my god, I have beer on me, and I was like completely freaking out. And I just remember getting home and like smelling my clothes and feeling all gross, and I had to sit there in this wet seat as Bubba just laughed, and I'm sure the Pistons lost because back then they were terrible.
I remember back in the day with I don't know how back in the day this was, but Richard Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace.
Championship, and we're just the only true team to win a championship. None of this BS star-studded buy fast-forward teams go out and buy Carmelo and buy LeBron James. They actually drafted guys and made good trades and formed a team of players that loved each other.
That loved each other. Yeah, there is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's an obliteration, I'd like to let you know. Get out.
Get in there.
They do that. Like, either make them miss or make them make it, but don't, like, have the, the physics move the ball at the last second.
Oh, that's for sure. I don't like how, like, they're... Oh, wow, nobody rebounds there.
Good rebounding. Whoop. J-Kid, pop that. God, he is a bad shooter. They made him so much worse in the last update, I feel like. Block.
Get stuffed.
Just throw it out of here. Should we continue? Should we play the fourth quarter? You want to call it? This is talk about high-scoring, unrealistic games. This is like our highest-scoring game ever.
This isn't unrealistic at all. For fourth quarter, I should have been like at 62, but...
What I'm saying is 4 or 5 minutes. This is like after a quarter of basketball. I'm not talking about the quarters. Yeah, the quarter's realistic, but what I'm saying is after 15 minutes of basketball, if it was 70 to 54, the world would be... That's
because we're not setting plays. We're not wasting the shot clock down. We're actually going and shooting, and like, of course it's not going to be realistic. Seriously?
The heck was that?
Oh my gosh. Oh, my ball? My ball. Okay.
All I was trying to say was that you scored too many points, and this is what you weren't understanding earlier, was that you scored too many points for the time. Not for the quarter, but for the time played, too many points are scored.
Yeah, like, I know, because you don't take the time, though. Like, if you were to walk it up right now and you were to go slow, you were not to run...
Even if you did it, it would never be even. They need to make the game more fast-paced. They need to make the guys faster. They need to make it more exciting. Otherwise, who would play 5-minute quarters? It would be like, 6 to 12 at the end of the game. It wouldn't even be close.
So what is your argument then?
My argument is they need to or my question was just, do you like that, or would you rather them make it hyper?
No, I like this, because if you want to play a game and you're talking to people and you're like, I want to play more realistic. A lot of people will do that with you. Like, they won't just go run out, start popping shots. They'll actually like play. I don't have a problem. I have a problem like when you play 5 minutes and the score ends up being like 60 to 33. Like, I want a high scoring game. I would prefer more over points than.
So you like it being more arcadey, more fast paced, more.
Absolutely, because I like real NBA scores.
But what I'm trying to say is it's not really a real NBA score.
It is a real NBA score. Not for the time, but of course, it's a real NBA game score. Not, of course, to minutes, because nobody really wants to play a full 12-minute game.
I suppose. I suppose. I guess this defines the series. This is our best of 3, our final game. Wow.
No, this is our first one.
Or our first one? You mean third one?
No, if you won't put up the first 2 games, this is technically our first game.
All right, fine.
Every year they take a survey of GMs, and one of the questions last year was
Kobe.
Player in the league.
You've cut the lead to 12 you got me in story mode, and all of a sudden it's a 12-point. God darn it! Pick up the ball, Amare. Why does he wear those stupid rec specs?
That was 8 seconds. Come on.
Jason. I don't think they have Jason Kidd blowing his kiss in this game. Like for his free throw routine. Kind of disappointing.
Okay, that's not realistic. Kobe would nail that.
Sure he would.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
And then he got stuffed. Oh, God.
He threw a self alley-oop off the backboard to himself with Jamal Crawford. It was ridiculous. Made me want to cry.
What is up with Kobe's shot right now? Like, it's not even arcing.
He always has a flat shot.
Yeah, but no, like, that 3 was super flat. Like,
get out of here, says Carmelo. Miss and put it back up. Thank
God. Make it. Oh, you want to talk about unrealistic, man? There we go.
That's unrealistic. Wow.
That is unrealistic. There's some stuff. I don't care about being realistic. I like the game. I think it plays very well. There are some very frustrating stuff, like when your hands just go through the body.
Yes, that spin move is also almost undefensible. Indefensible.
I haven't even been trying to run any moves.
Grammar check 2.0. If you want to nominate Tubbyemu for the All-Star game, press 4 and you hear the beep.
The beat, really? Oh, come on. I'm running that full court press.
Oh, yeah, Steve Nash taking down Amari. I think Amari would just break his hand. Give him some Gatorade.
Don't get me started on Gatorade. No, that's not even appropriate.
Gatorade?
Creeps you. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I don't want to hear what you're talking about.
No, I can't. It's literally, it's not PG.
Of course it's not.
Get out of here. Kobe would be making that. That's like not even fair.
Seen the Lakers play?
Well, and to be honest, I don't even know why I picked the Lakers. Like when I try to pick stacked teams, I keep forgetting that the Lakers aren't stacked anymore. I mean, well, they have Dwight Howard, but like I don't like.
They're stacked in like a theoretical sense.
Well, I don't like to play, like, especially when it comes to this. I don't like playing a post game very much, like pick and rolls, and I'm not patient enough to wait for pick and rolls.
I used to hate that a lot. I was just jack threes. I loved Golden State for a while because they have some great three-point shooters. But more and more, I'm liking like just scoring. You can basically score from inside without much effort. So I'm happy to win whatever way necessary.
No, I know JR is gonna pop that 3.
That looks like me out there. If
Oh,
I had
run
a player that play like, it'd be Steph Curry.
Oh, come on. Oh, my God. He fully ran the court and had wide open.
Gosh darn it. Anton Jameson. Who's your favorite player in the NBA?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. What was that?
How was it off me?
Carmelo was out of it was out of bounds. He shot a 3. He was out of bounds and then he didn't do anything.
Kobe is the one who touched it though.
Huh? No, it was out on you because you jacked up a 3 and it came right back at you, but your body had froze and it hit you right in the face.
Wow. Who's your favorite player? Give me somebody. Not even current. It could be just like the last 10 years.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, me too. I loved Allen Iverson when I was younger.
I loved his shoes, the I3s.
First jersey I ever had. So many good memories.
He was the first. He was the first reason. Like, I mean, I was always a big kid, but like I always played basketball. Like literally every day after school, we would go over to friends. Like we would play, and there was this kid AJ Lindsay who was just. He was like you. He was like 5. He was really short, but this dude's balling skills was unbelievable. Like he could have like been like an and one baller, like one of those guys that
tricks everywhere,
and on a smaller like 7-8 foot hoop, where you could dunk on. He could do a 360 between the legs. Like he was that balling, and he was the first reason. Like when I started got serious, like I would wear a mouth guard, and I wore Allen Iverson's arm sleeve.
Yeah, like I want to see a picture of that. You and the baller sleeve.
Well, he lost.
I win.
Oh my God! No way! Look what the score is.
What?
This is
86-66.
The same exact score from our first game before.
Really? Life is repeating itself.
So life is repeating itself, but without the vulgarity that you didn't want.
Exactly. This has been an entertaining video. Thank you for joining me for Emu.
Until next time,
thank you for participating in the beatdown.
You all later.